The Mirror Universe event is back. Hey everyone, Parallel here, and welcome to Star Trek Online. And it looks like Admiralty has once again decided to invade our universe by attacking Vental Station, and it is up to us to defend it. At least that is the gist of the storyline behind the Mirror Universe event. In this iteration of the event is actually occurring in 2016. And for anyone who's not aware, the Mirror Universe event is a special PvE queue-based event that occurs about once every year, approximately. And basically requires you to queue up for a special Mirror Universe queue where you defend Vental Station. And you have to do this for 14 days in order to claim the reward. So let's take a look at what the reward is this time around and what you actually need to do. So let's go over here to our Reputation tab. Now the event itself, you'll see here there'll be a special project in the Events tab in your Reputation. And this is it right here. You'll have to queue it up into your active project list. And once it's there, you will see you have to acquire 14 multi-dimensional transporter devices. Basically, you can get one of these per day for running the queue. And once you get 14 of them, you can claim the reward. And this time around, the reward is a Admiralty card, the I.S.S. Stadi, and it's actually pretty nifty looking Admiralty ship. The developers were nice enough to actually post a screenshot of the actual Admiralty card itself with all the stats on the website, on the official announcement for the event. And I will quickly just tell you that it is a pretty decent card. It is of course, epic quality card, and it has, let's see here, it is an engineering ship with 70 engineering, 35 tactical, and 30 science. And it has the special ability of plus 20 tactical per any ship. It's not too bad. It seems like it's one of those nice... It's kind of nice because it has a lot of engineering, plus its special ability gives you a lot of tactical, so it can fill both of those roles. Fortunately, not very big on the science, which is usually the problem for most people. For most of those Admiralty missions, you want a high science, but still looks like a decent ship. And the fact the ship itself looks like basically a Mirror Universe Galaxy X, kind of a cool looking ship. That is the big reward. What else you also get for completing the project is you get 250 marks of your choice, you get 500 fleet marks, a nice chunk of dill, so 50,000 dill. That's very helpful, especially for new players. That's a nice chunk to start you out. And that is pretty much what you get. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the queue. I'm going to go ahead and queue up for an event right now. And I guess I can give at least a few tips, maybe help people out a little bit who are new to the event. If you've done this before, I'm pretty sure it is almost exactly the same. I've already run it once yesterday when it first came out, and I did not notice any differences myself. So if you've already run this before, it should be quite familiar, but if not, I can at least give a few tips for anyone new. First thing all you need to do is go into your PvEQ tab. You do need to be level 50, I believe, in order to queue up for this event. Yes, level 50. And there are two versions. There's a regular and a advanced. For the purposes of this event, honestly, I would recommend just going with the normal version. There's not really a big advantage to completing the advanced queue. The rewards are not that much greater, and if you're just looking to complete the run as easily as possible, the normal queue should work fine for you. You still get the multi-dimensional transportation device, which is right here, and you get that from the normal just the same. So if you're just looking to complete the event, go for that. Now this queue,
Our
there's a little bit of
forces have repelled
storyline.
the
I'll go
Terran
ahead
scout
and be quiet.
force, but I believe a full-scale invasion from the Mirror Universe is imminent. We cannot allow them to take control of Bothell Station. The Mirror forces will open rifts from their universe. Close these rifts to keep their ships out. Science vessels can do this faster.
That's a good tip right there.
The station's power systems were damaged in the initial assault. If you divert power from the secondary relays, we can channel it into our systems and bring defenses back online. Cruisers will complete this task more quickly. The more power you divert, the more quickly we can make our repairs.
Yeah.
We are preparing an anti-tachyon pulse to close the rifts and send the ships back to their own universe. But it will take time to bring it online. During the invasion, you will need to protect the station from attack.
Alrighty, so basically portals will open up and you have to close them. And if you're in a science ship, you will close them much faster. And there's one that's open right here. I'm going to go ahead and close it because we're right on top of it. There's the rift. You just need to get close to it, and you need to close it quickly. If you take any incoming fire of any kind, it's going to interrupt your closing of the portal, and you're going to be out of luck. You're going to have to take out those ships before you can close it again. Now, that tip that he gave at the beginning where science ships can close the portals faster, that is actually a very good tip. If you're new... Oh, the rift just opened up somewhere around here. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Well, I didn't close it fast enough, so enemies are coming out. Let's go ahead and take them. Take them out here. Yep, I do recommend you take them out as quickly as possible because more enemies will spawn if you don't get the rift closed quickly. And they'll interrupt you again. And it can be a pretty vicious cycle. But yeah, like I was saying, the tip at the beginning, if you are a science vessel, to get the portals closed quickly, it is actually quite helpful. I would recommend if you're a new player, you don't have much DPS, go for a science ship and just fly around and try to close the vessel, the portals as much as possible. You can actually, you know, if you're in a pickup group, you can like follow someone else around, let them get the aggro, and then you can fly in and close the portal really quickly. That seems to work the best, and that's what I recommend for new players. If you don't have enough DPS to really, you know, take out the enemies quickly, the best thing to do is just go around and keep those portals closed. The engineering ships also can activate these the satellites, the repair satellites, a little bit faster. That's not quite as useful as closing the portals, but it still is useful. You do want to power up as many of those repair satellites as possible just to get the station up and running. I believe that is one of the optionals. Yeah, one of the optionals here is to get the starbase defense level to level 5, which, yeah, all you have to do is keep reactivating these those repair satellites. There's 4 of them kind of around the 4 corners, and they all go to the middle here and power the station. You can see the bar filling up. Of course, the more of them you have feeding the station energy, the faster it will power up. And each time it goes up a new defense level, you will have to go back and reactivate the satellites again. That's not quite as critical as getting these portals closed. If you don't get the portals closed, you can very quickly get overwhelmed by all the spawns. It can happen. You know, if you're in a pug with, you know, you never know what the capabilities of your teammates are. If it's a very low DPS pug, you will very quickly see how much you can be overwhelmed by these spawns. Fortunately, I seem to be in a very good pickup group. I don't see any AFKers, and things are going quite well. But if you are, yeah, but if you're not a science ship to go around and close close the portals, or a cruiser to go around and activate the repair satellites, just you know, get an attack ship and try to take out as many ships as you can, especially the ones around the portal, and try to, you know, cut a way through for your teammates to actually get that portal closed before spawns keep coming through. You will find, you know, that it can be quite annoying if you are trying to close a portal and literally if anything touches you, torpedo goes off nearby, you know, a fire at will hits you, anything. If, you know, an enemy breathes on you, it's going to interrupt your portal closing. So if you are in a high DPS ship, it really does help in this mission because, yeah, high DPS ships take out all of the adds really quickly and you'll have plenty of time to close the portal. That guy's already doing this one, so this is absolutely a very good pug. I can already tell. We've already got almost all the portals closed. I don't see any new ones spawning at this point. Though we've only closed 20, and usually more portals than that spawn. I want to say 24, 25-ish seems to be how many usually spawn. But we closed them so quickly, I don't know if we're... they're already... Oh, there's one. Don't know if this guy was closing the portal or I think he's powering this. Let's go over here, close this portal. Warp core breach or anything so much as scratches you, if you have a damage over time effect on you, anything will interrupt you closing that portal. Alright, so 21 rifts closed. I still suspect there will be a couple more, but we've definitely got this under control. And, yep, station's already up to level 5. That optional is completed. And station has not even been scratched, so that optional is completed. And the rifts, we got 22 closed. Oh, here's another one over here. Let's go close this one. But yeah, this is definitely a very good run, very smooth run. And you'll know very quickly if your team already has the almost all the portals closed and the defense level up to 5, and you still got 5 minutes remaining, you are in good shape. That is definitely a good group. Oh, it looks like there's one over there forming. But yeah, but definitely are gonna have no problem with this.
Firing station plasma lands
now,
in 3, 2.
There are actually
1.
2 phases to this. Once this timer is up, it'll go to phase 2. And phase 2 basically is you basically have to do kind of the same thing. You got to go around and close the portals, but what will also happen is a flagship, a Mirror Universe flagship will come through. And it can actually be a few different random ships. It'll be like a Mirror Galaxy X. I think it can also be like a, I don't know if it can be like a Sovereign. I can't remember all the different ships, but there's a couple different ships, flagships it can be. And when that comes through, there'll be, I want to say 5 or 6 portals all around the station that will all open up at once. And you have to close all those portals and then take out the flagship. And make sure you do it in that order. You do need to take out the portals first, because if you start damaging the flagship and one of the portals is open, the flagship will immediately, well, not immediately, but once it takes a certain amount of damage, it will retreat to one of the portals and you know, teleport across the screen to wherever that portal is, and then it will be back again. So you want to take out all the portals first, so the flagship can't be, you know, won't be teleporting around, and then it'd be easy to take it out afterwards. Some people don't know to do that. Some people will try to go around. Oh, we got a, is that a Nautilus? Yeah, got a Nautilus in here. Yeah, some people go and try to attack the flagship. They don't know any better. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it can cause a little bit of annoyance because you will have to try to, you know, if the flagship teleports to one of the portals, you have to go over there, you know, you lose some time trying to track it down again. And it can be hard to close the portal, especially if the flagship is right near it, because you'll be taking a lot of damage trying to close it. And, you know, it'll keep interrupting you and so on and so forth. You can heal the station if you want to.
Ship is under attack.
You can put hazard emitters on it. You can put a science team on it, engineering team. If it does get damaged, so you can heal it in case it is taking damage. If you're not in a good team and the station's getting overwhelmed, you can try to help heal it. This mission can go bad. It really can. If you get overwhelmed, there'll be so many portals open, and the station will just be obliterated. It can happen. Don't be too disappointed if it does. If the station does get destroyed, basically it will shut down and self-repair and come back online a little bit later. But you still be able to complete the mission. You won't get the optional, which is not too huge of a deal. It just means your reward at the end, the number of marks you get, will be slightly reduced. And that, I guess, brings me to probably one of the main disappointments and I guess complaints about this queue is that it is basically time gated. You can see how fast we completed this. If you're in a good team, you can easily complete this first stage of the mission with 5 minutes or more to spare. Yet, even though you've completed it, it does not advance to phase 2 until the timer is up. So you can see everyone on the team is just kind of here loitering around the station waiting for the next phase to start. And that is unfortunate. That leads to a lot of people AFKing through the mission, because it's like, even if you do well, even if you try, and even if you're in an excellent team like the team I'm in right now, the truth is you're going to be waiting for 15 minutes no matter what.
Firing anti-tachyon pulse.
All right, here's phase 2.
Defense relays are offline. It's working. The Terran ships are being forced back to their own universe. Massive energy station plasma lands. They're opening more rifts. 2. Mirrored dreadnought coming through.
What's this? Oh, an Odyssey. That's right. It can also be an Odyssey. Totally forgot about that. Yeah, so this time we got an Odyssey. So in this phase, you're going to want to kind of spread out.
Is emerging from a rift at 10
I would definitely recommend having, your team split up a little bit. Pick your own portal and head over there and close it out. Because if you all spread out, you can close all of the portals quickly and then focus your fire onto the dreadnought. It looks like some people are attacking the dreadnought. It's okay. It always happens.
1. The dreadnought is escaping through a rift.
Yep. So they were damaging it, so that's what he says when he goes through a rift. And you'll actually see if he's going to be coming out of the rift you're next to, you won't be able to close it. So I could close this rift, so he must not be coming out of this one. He might be coming out of that one. So I'm going to head over there now.
The dreadnought is emerging from a rift at 2 o'clock.
Yep, there it is. And it's going to be a little bit of a problem because...
the rifts are closed.
Oh, good. Someone got
have
it.
the dreadnought
All right, let's take...
trapped.
Oh my gosh, he's almost dead. I didn't even get to click on any of my abilities. He's already dead. Hey, so the Nautilus has the
dreadnought
fireworks.
has been destroyed, and the area is free of transdimensional portals. Thank you. Without your help, Valval Station would have been lost.
Definite GG. Alright, so Rift's closed. We got 31 marks there. Starbase defense level, we got 10 marks for that optional. Keeping the Starbase's health high, you get 10 more. Defeating the boss fleet within the time limit, 5 more, so 56 total marks. And you can... Oh yeah, and that's one of the nice things about this, is you can have your choice of any type of mark you want. You can also get fleet marks if you like, but you can also get any type you want. And in fact, I'll probably go with Iconian. It's one of the harder marks to farm, in my opinion. Because Temporal, Terran, a lot of these other marks you can get from the battle zones, which are quite easy to farm. So I'm going to go with the Iconian marks, but This is part of what makes this mission so good for new players, is you can farm every single type of mark, and it's not a very difficult mission. It is a time-consuming mission because of that time limit, the time gating, but it is not a difficult mission at all by any means. And plus, hey, you got to do it anyway for claiming the special reward. You're gonna have to run this 14 times anyway, so hey, might as well take advantage of getting all the different marks that you need. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get the Iconian. Let's see how many we got. So with the daily bonus, I got 111 marks, not too bad. And you get your multi-dimensional transporter, and you get a R&D material pack, just like you get from almost any PvE queue. And there it is. That is the Mirror Universe event. Let's go ahead and head out. So, yeah, it looks like, pretty much the same queue as it has been for the last couple of times. The main disadvantage that is different about this event from like the winter or summer events is that it is not account wide. The rewards are not account wide. So this project, once you complete it, you have to, it doesn't like unlock it for your whole account. You have to do this on every single character that you have if you want to, claim this reward for them. Which is unfortunate. I mean, it's similar to more like the Crystalline Entity event, or like the Alachi event. Those events are all still, for whatever reason, have not been updated to the new method, like the summer and winter events, where you only need to do it once on your account, and then all your other characters can complete it. Unfortunately, that's not the case with these events. And I was honestly really hoping they would do it this time around. It's been a couple of years now, honestly, since they've updated the summer and winter events. I'm not sure why they have not also carried that over to these other special events, because the grind is real. If you want to grind this on multiple alts, it is very difficult, especially because, like I said, this is a time-gated mission. You're going to be spending a minimum of 15 to 20 minutes per character to get this done, and that is quite a grind. So, and it leads to unfortunate side effects, like I know AFKing can be a very big problem in this queue with just because you have to sit there for so long. Even if you pass the mission, you still got to sit there for however much time is left remaining until you advance to the next phase in the queue. So that is one of the downsides, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's been fixed this time around. And also the grindy nature of having to complete this on every one of your alts, again, also makes people just want to AFK out of it because they probably are sick of the grind. And that's unfortunate. So I really hope in the future Cryptic does update all of these events to the point where they are all account-wide unlocks. I think that will help the AFKing off the bat, just because you only have to do it on one character, and it significantly reduces the grind, and there's really no need to AFK. And I mean, almost anyone can sit through one of these per day. That's no problem. So all right, so that is Mirror Universe Event 2016. I would say pretty decent reward. If you already have a pretty full roster of Admiralty ships, you could probably consider skipping it. It's not the end-all be-all Admiralty card. I don't think it's quite as good as the Voth one. I'm forgetting the name of the ship. I'm forgetting the name of it. It's the Voth City ship you got that has that really amazing special ability to basically boost all of its stats when it's alone, and that is an incredible ship for doing Admiralty missions. But then again, this is a epic quality Admiralty ship. Those are quite rare and very limited in supply. So why not take advantage of them while you can? And even if you don't complete this on your alts, I would definitely recommend to at least log them in and queue up the project. So you have the project in your, if you have the project here in your queue, it will remain there, and then you will be able to complete it the next time around. The next time the Mirror Universe event comes back, you'll still get these multi-dimensional transporters and be able to complete it. So I'd definitely say at least queue it up. Even if you can't withstand the grind, at least it's there in the future, just in case you want to go back and get the Admiralty ship. But here I'm on my temporal agent, and since temporal agents weren't around for the last couple events, they are unfortunately missing some of those really good epic quality Admiralty cards. So I would definitely recommend, if you do have a temporal agent, to at least complete this on them. That's kind of my plan. I don't know if I'll have the fortitude to grind this out on all of my many alts, and honestly, my other main alts that I have all have quite a solid stock of Admiralty ships. So I would say, if you have a full roster of Admiralty ships, you could probably get away with skipping this. But if not, especially if you're like a Templar agent or a new character, new player, you're going to want these Admiralty ships. You're going to want these because they just really help out. And the Admiralty system is one of the most rewarding little side games you can play. So you want a nice solid roster of Admiralty cards to fill out those missions and get all the rewards. But I guess that pretty much does it. Hopefully that helped everyone. Go out there and try not to grind yourself into oblivion. Hopefully you will be able to have a little bit of fun out of the Mirror Universe event. Each year it comes around, it is fun, at least for the first few times, but then again, it can quickly become a grind, especially if you're going to do this on multiple characters. You're going to need some, you need to watch some TV or something on the side to keep yourself occupied while you're, watch some Netflix or something while you're playing, because, yeah, it will be a pretty severe grind if you do it on multiple characters. But, yep, there it is. Hopefully those tips helped, and, hopefully you will enjoy that Epic Admiralty ship card. But I guess that is it. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Bye for now.